There's a bar in our area where the barman has quite a knack for being able to judge people's IQ within minutes. So, most average people walk in and sort of picks their IQ and says, oh, yeah, okay, go over there and talk with all those guys, all the ones watching the football on TV, or the ones over there playing darts. I think he's got most of them sussed out pretty well. There's a corner he sends people to with, if they've got an IQ above 160, go over there. You can talk about nuclear physics and existential philosophy and all sorts of other interesting and fascinating things. And then there's another corner, and someone came in the other day, and after talking with this guy for a moment, he went, yeah, this guy's got an IQ of about 29, 25, 29, not more than 29. So he said, look, you go over that corner. I think you'll find yourself in perfect company. The bloke took his beer, went over to the corner, sat down. There's another guy sitting there. And the two of them are sitting there looking at each other for a few minutes, and then the new guy looked up and says, well, do you use flat wounds or round wounds? After Beethoven died, he was buried in a churchyard, and a few days later, the local town drunk was staggering home from the pub, walked through the graveyard, and as he walked past Beethoven's grave, he started hearing this mysterious music, like nothing he'd ever heard before. Instantly sober, he ran to the priest, grabbed the priest and said, you've got to hear this, this is horrible, something weird happening in the graveyard. And they ran to the side of Beethoven's grave. And there it is, this strange music. What to do? The priest didn't know what to do. So he sent the drunk, who's now 100% sober, to grab their local magistrate. The magistrate comes, and of course this is creating a bit of a fuss around the town, and all people start coming, and they all come and they're all standing around Beethoven's grave, and the magistrate comes up to the grave, puts his head down, starts listening, and he says, that's the start of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, but it's backwards. And then it fades and stops. And then a new piece of music starts. And again, strange. It's sort of familiar but different. The magistrate puts his head down close to the ground, listens again and says, that's his Eighth Symphony, but backwards. Murmurs run throughout the crowd, and they all stand around waiting, and finally the Eighth Symphony finishes backwards. And new music starts coming. Magistrate listens again and says, that's the Seventh Symphony, backwards. Everybody, you don't need to worry. Now we know what it is. It's really obvious. Beethoven is decomposing.